Nigeria Senate just shake the table. This one not be say that they shake am like this. They shake am, shake the table for Senate. The table is shake, it won't break, it won't bend, they hold her back. The first time when they rise up, not be small thing for inside Senate. The senator say no, now for Nigeria, we both animal, human beings, we don't know which one they die pass. So because the way the statistics they go, it be like say the number of people where they kill a day, they plenty pass the number of cow where they kill a day. Now one senator, when they call senator Aberibe, call caution, he cut rope, he lose rope. Say this matter enough is enough. Before we know, as if they talk, they provoke. He say if you will find the fish eye, you go the head. Say this problem when they did Naija and one person they cause her. So now the headmaster of the country might be the problem. So may they go suffer from there. Say because the killing not too much. The senator say the best thing for the head to do, see the head not fit control the security, maintain the state, make it resign. Okay, that is put the picture with that first chapter first. Senator Aberibe. See, for those my northern brothers, when they call us Senator IBB, not be Senator IBB, not Senator Aberibe, not be IBB, not be woman. They call us Senator IBB, no, not be IBB, not be woman. A man look away because his name is Senator Aberibe. Now he tell Buhari to resign. Nobody don't talk that kind of thing. Since Buhari they rule from military to democracy, SSC, DSS not there. Now he tell her, say Buhari, this is the way they do so. He done too much. Resign. You not feel control the security again. Oh boy, now some people say, Aberibe. Then they hail her for the nation. Aberibe. Oh boy, you too much. Now one of that senator bust out again from nowhere. You know that senator, that yellow purple, that yellow purple senator where go buy materials for blowing mall, I be blowing shop where for the wipe husband, sorry, for the wiping shop, and then go buy something. One they call that senator where slap that girl now, where did that girl get it slapped that time for that shop? You don't forget, you don't know what he go buy. They look me like see another person at the talk to. You want make us repeat? I'm not going to repeat that. Now that senator, Bossa, Senator Ishaku Abo, boss out for last fight, say no, I support this team. Say for your own area, say now let keep people anyhow. If we partition, I said that oof everybody. So now, may the government resign. Oh boy, now so everywhere scatter for Senate. Or I feel that this is the lie, say somebody never open my table Buhari to resign before. For those of now where they doubt me, we are watching the video now.
When I was coming, Mr. President, this morning, I saw the newspaper headline of this day. Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, expresses shock at the level of violent crime. In other words, Mr. President was expressing surprise. But in accordance to our rule 5313, I will not go into that. But I will only say, Mr. President, in pidgin English, this surprised me.
Minority Leader, there should be no surprises. Just go straight to the point.
You have told us that on this solemn day that we are discussing this matter, that we may not at any point be partisan. And I want to tell you, Mr. President, if you didn't insist that we will not be partisan, I would have called out the presidential spokesman, Femi Adesina, who, when the CAN leaders complained about the killing of a priest, he turned around and said that the CAN was acting like a political party. Now that we are talking about it here, let me hear him say that all of us are acting like a political party. When somebody is complaining about these incessant deaths in this country, Mr. President, because we have to get to the root of this matter, I can only say one thing. Those who live by propaganda will die by propaganda.
Minority Leader, I really don't don't like what I'm doing, but I'm forced to. The issue before us and what concerns every single Nigerian today is the insecurity that is so pervasive. So I will still urge you that please let's contribute in such a manner that we're able to get solutions. I am not saying you cannot say what you want to say, but let's get solutions. What is the way forward? Because we need to take very urgent and immediate decisions and get across to the other side. So you may continue. In fact, you have 2 more minutes. No, you can still. Anyway, this is a minority leader, so there is a discount for him. Go ahead, minority leader.
Mr. President, we are very serious here. This is a matter of life and death. And I was building up to something. And I will say what I was building up to very simply. Boko Haram has been defeated. Nigeria is now safer. Everything was being done. Make sure that the hard work that was supposed to be done in securing Nigeria was not done. Because certain people did not do their work and preferred to cover the eyes of Nigerians with propaganda. That's why I said that at the beginning. But let me go on, Mr. President, to say this. All the time that we wasted in Nigeria trying to find all these excuses for non-performance has now come to stare us in the face. Reality is no respecter of persons. And it is the reality that we are facing now. Senator Sani Musa shouting every day that his people were being killed in Naija. We just took one from Jos, a student who was murdered by a Boko Haram person in full view of everybody with a pistol. And the Boko Haram person was somebody that was more, almost, he's not up to 9 years or 10 years old. And we are told that they have been defeated. Now, to go to the fact of what do we do? Mr. President, we have heard from the newspapers today where you have said and suggested, and they are quoting you to say, oh, well, we were going to call the IG, we are going to talk about the community policing, we are going on that way. Mr. President, Nigeria did not elect the IG. We did not elect the chief of staff. We did not elect the joint chiefs. We did not elect the national security advisor. We elected the government of APC in 2015 and re-elected them in 2019. The reason why we re-elected them was that they continued to tell us that because they had the key to security, and the whole Nigeria voted them in 2015, and I agree with that. And I'm saying, Mr. President, when you want to deal with a matter, you go to the head. So we will go to the government and ask this government to resign because they can no longer do anything in this country.
Mr. Minority Leader, I know. Okay. Please, Minority Leader, let me remind you once again that Nigerians voted for APC in 2015, and because they saw improvement in their lives, they voted APC again in 2019. I don't want us to be partisan, and I will advise against hate speech in this chamber.
Both as the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and as a victim of insecurity in this country. Recall, Your Excellency, my distinguished colleagues, a few months ago, armed men invaded my house in my village, over 15 of them, all bearing AK-47 rifles. Abducted my stepmother, abducted my 2 brothers. Villagers came out, confronted them, released my 2 brothers, and went out with my father's wife, who left behind an 11-day-old baby.
So, when I don't watch the video now, when I don't watch the video, oh, but that be smart, you know, for inside Senate, inside Nigeria Senate, it surprised me. It surprised me. say senator for Naija go fit talk like this. Even as they talk, Senate president they say that is hate speech. Nobody go talk hate speech for this Senate. People go say, na lie. What that senator say? I believe they must apologize. Now they say, they don't kill all our people. But you don't go blame the senators because the three arm, two don't fall, one they fall command, go one side. So as the senators they don't speak now, you go see say it go better for all of us. But put Buhari picture, put president picture, make I talk to them. So President Bubu, see, now you be the father of this country. I know say you know they happy say that they keep people every time for Nigeria, every day, every time, every morning, afternoon, people they die. You understand? I understand say you know they happy. But you never still try to protect the people's life. This country where we dey, so this Nigeria, I'm gonna list him. This Nigeria now they for kill former chief of defense staff like shaking. Till today they never arrest anybody when I see. So this security for this country talk too much. Now it make the senator that they talk so not to say that they disrespect you. Not be everything you say they do sacrifices or apropos or side me aside you. No. So President, try as much as possible, make you straighten your men they up. So straighten them up so that everywhere go balance. You know say this country na poor people, na plenty pass. Your children and our presidential jet they enter. So herdsmen no fit see them. So save the poor ones for the country. Thank you. God bless you. All right, my people. See the way the matter they go so. You better make our senators they react like this once in a while, because now we that they represent for them, they not go stand for them for themselves. Now we that they represent, now we that they stand for. So as they do like this time, it good. Thank you very much.